Make sure you subscribe to the channel, folks. It's the Michigan Football Report by Chat Sports. You're already here watching, so hit subscribe if you haven't. We really appreciate to those of you who have in the past and have continued to support the show. YouTube.com/Michigan TV. It is Victory Sunday, Overreaction Sunday. Man, it was a wild day of college football yesterday with people on social media, Twitter, especially during the third quarter of the Michigan game. So we're going to dive all into that coming up right now. I'm your host, James Yoder of Chat Sports, the Michigan Football Report. Went through Twitter and Facebook and talking to people on text change, etc. And going to go through a few overreactions. And this is kind of things I think everybody's talking about. It's not necessarily those aren't my takes. I'll give you my takes on most of them. But Overreaction Sunday, here is the first overreaction that is out there. And with JJ McCarthy not playing at all on Saturday for, I think, the first time since the second game of the season, first game of the season, something like that. He's played meaningful snaps in nearly every single Michigan game. Didn't get any on the road against Penn State on Saturday. A lot of people out there saying that this is 100% Cade McNamara's team now going forward. Maryland, Ohio State, championship games, whatever comes from here on out, you're not going to see JJ McCarthy taking meaningful snaps with the number one team offense. So I'll ask you guys this question. Will JJ get any more snaps with the first team this year? I'm not saying that he's not going to get any more snaps or not going to put him in a game. Let's say if you're beating Maryland by a few scores next Saturday. I'm talking about the number ones, where he's been getting in consistently all throughout the Big Ten play, coming in the second quarter, coming in the third quarter for either a snap or a series. Let me know what you think. If you think he will get snaps with the ones, go ahead and type Y down in the comments. If you don't, let me know with an N down below. It's the Michigan football comment a question of the day here on our Overreaction Sunday. Type Y or type N. Let's take a look at the stats on offense with Cade McNamara. You're saying it's his team. Everyone's out there and saying, JJ McCarthy, that thing, put it on the bench until next year. 217 yards passing for Cade McNamara, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Did have that one vitally crucial fumble in the fourth quarter, but ultimately Michigan was able to overcome it. 144 yards rushing, almost all of those coming from Hassan Haskins. 361 of total offense for your Michigan Wolverines on the road. 21 points to get the victory over Penn State, 21-17. All right, now it is NFL Sunday, and so with that, Michigan victory came yesterday. I think they can beat Maryland. So we've got 13 days till Ohio State. We're bringing it back. It's our Black Friday, Ohio State, Michigan, victory over Penn State promotion with BetUS. It's our sportsbook partner, chatsports.com/GoBlue. 125% deposit bonus. Use promo code GoBlue for that deposit bonus. If you use that link, that means we can track you to this promotion. Don't come complaining if we can't. You got to use the link. Type it into your phone. Type it into your browser. Chatsports.com/GoBlue. Use the promo code GoBlue and then follow these quick instructions. It's jersey giveaway between now and the end of Michigan-Ohio State game day on November 27th, in 13 days. You go to chatsports.com/GoBlue, sign up and deposit at least $100. You can do more and get more deposit bonus. And then email us, jersey@chatsports.com, and we will hook you up like we've done for hundreds of people this football season with a Michigan football Jordan brand jersey. Now, we're fulfilling the jersey, so don't go call them BetUS once you sign up and deposit with their sportsbook. Then we're going to take care of the jersey for you. So then email jersey@chatsports. We'll get some information for you. If you want to tighten up the process, send us your account number and send us your size of your jersey right off the top with your email. So email jersey@chatsports.com. I'll put that email address down in the comments and description of this video. Number 2, comeback season for Jim Harbaugh for Michigan. This was a wild stat. If you're old enough to have remembered the Lloyd Carr days, I felt at least 2 to 4 times a year Michigan would be down 7 points, 3 points, 10 points in the fourth quarter, come back and win. They did it with regularity. Hasn't happened a ton lately. Brady Hoke actually had quite a few, so did Rich Rod, but Jim Harbaugh doesn't seem to ever really do it, at least against good teams. And take a look at this stat, right? First fourth quarter comeback, and if comeback of any sort against a ranked team. Now you're going to say, James, they're not ranked. Penn State didn't have a number. They're still ranked in the AP poll, and since that's out for the entire year, that's the one that college football historians go by. This is the first time a Jim Harbaugh team has been down against a ranked team in the fourth quarter and won the game. I think 16 tries prior to yesterday. and it's the first time it happened. So that's kind of crazy. I'm glad to see it because we saw glimpses of it against Nebraska when you had some some adversity down after you felt like you're controlling the game. Didn't happen against Michigan State, but now they kind of turn around against Penn State, get the victory. So I want to ask you guys this question before we continue on with overreactions. What did you do when Cade fumbled in the fourth quarter? For those of you kind of foggy memory, whatever it was, here's the scenario. Penn State scores a touchdown. They get the 2-point conversion. Michigan gets the ball, does nothing with it, and then on the second or third play, I think it's the third play, Cade McNamara dropbacks to pass, gets hit, fumbles the ball. They pick it up. Penn State recovers, and then they score get a field goal a few plays later. But it felt like Michigan was controlling the game. All they had to do was get a sustainable drive and would win, but it didn't happen. Cade fumbles. I almost flipped my lid. I went nuclear. What I did, folks, I went to Twitter, and I just tweeted funny GIFs and stuff. So make sure you follow me at James Yoder on Twitter. But comment below. Just let it the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on all parts of this game. But I want to know specifically what you did when Cade fumbled. I want to kind of compare it to myself, of course. Number 3. David Ojabo, Aidan Hutchinson, these two players, the defensive ends, rush linebackers, whatever you want to call them in Mike Macdonald's system, they are now legends. And I do agree with this overreaction that I'm seeing out there. If you look at the stats, we'll take a look at what they did against Penn State here. Combined, these are the combined stats. 5 sacks. Now puts them both over 10 for the year. 4 tackles for loss, a couple quarterback hits, 11 tackles, and forced fumbles, right? 2 forced fumbles, 1 for each in the game against Penn State yesterday. And now they both have a chance against Maryland and against Ohio State to both break the single-season sack record for this school. Lamar Woodley did it way back in 2006, the year Michigan started 11-0, undefeated until the Ohio State game and the 1-2 matchup, which they lost 42-39. These both players have to do it, right? They both get a sack against Maryland coming up. They basically just have to get one against Ohio State or the bowl game, and they have got it. So I am super excited to see what these two players are putting together. And then another little nugget on them. The first teammates in Michigan football history, I'm not talking about college football or anything like that, in Michigan football history, the first teammates in the history of this program, 140-ish years, that ever have both had 10-plus sacks in the same season. What a combo. Who would have thought it? Last year, people were saying it's Hutchinson and Kwity Paye. Those are the two dynamic players. Paye got drafted number 21 overall to the Colts. Hutchinson probably will as well. But the real dynamic duo that's actually playmakers wasn't Kwity Paye and Aidan Hutchinson. It is now Aidan Hutchinson and David Ojabo. And with Ojabo being number 10 in Mel Kiper's big board this week, Hutchinson in the top 5, I have an interesting question because I don't think it's as clear-cut as it's been forever, right? Prior to this, no one was talking about David Ojabo in the draft up until the last couple weeks. Now he's a top 10 prospect for Mel Kiper. Aidan Hutchinson, David Ojabo. Who will get drafted higher? I think they're both going to go in the top 20 right now, maybe top 10. The way they've been playing lately, folks, there's a chance they could both go top 5 or 6, right? Who will be drafted first, the higher draft pick, if they both come out this year? Type AH for Aidan Hutchinson or DO for David Ojabo. I'm going to still say Hutchinson, but I don't think it's as cut and dry as it used to be. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Number 4, no field goals. People point out on Twitter, all over the internet, articles, Michigan finally didn't kick a field goal for the first time this year. They lead the nation in Power 5. They lead the nation of all Power 5 schools with field goal attempts in the red zone. And Jake Moody's on pace to be a first-team All-American, 21 of 23 on the year, leading all Power 5 kickers with attempts and makes, etc. No field goals, folks. I will take it. And before I get to my number 5, I think you guys know what my number 5 is going to be. I want you to let's start the movement again. We've been kind of quiet on this whole thing. I'm not using my big red sign with beat Ohio State again. I'm just, you know what? Again's been too long, so let's just go with beat Ohio State. Comment it below. Whether you want to say let's focus on Maryland or not, these next 13 days are about Michigan, Ohio State. I don't care what else you want to talk about. That's all I'm talking about. I'll talk a little about Maryland, of course, but this could be a monumental season for this program. After everyone, told Jim Harbaugh he was done, cooked. If you win that game, what a season. What a turnaround. Harbaugh should be National Coach of the Year. I doubt he will be, even if he beats Ohio State, because he's got haters in the media. But comment beat Ohio State below, because my number 5 reaction, folks, is beat Ohio State again. I've been, pounding this drum for almost 2 years now. Bosa, a couple of their players named Bosa, but B-O-S-A, beat Ohio State again. That is the mantra. That is the battle cry that you won't. If you don't want to hear me say that, just stop watching the show. Jack, take 2 weeks leave of absence because that's all I'm talking about for the next 2 weeks. And I'm going to annoy the hell out of anybody who doesn't want to hear it. Beat Ohio State again. Let's take a look at the schedule. 2 games left on the 12-game schedule for Michigan. You win both of them. As long as Ohio State beats Michigan State, that game will be for the Big Ten East title. Now, it'll be pretty interesting. If Michigan holds serve versus Maryland, Ohio State will play Michigan State, and then it'll come down to if Michigan State were to beat Ohio State, and then let's say Michigan beat Ohio State too, it would be whoever's ranked higher in the college football playoff rankings would get the nod from the East between Michigan and Michigan State. So you follow me there. If they both beat Ohio State, it'll come down to whoever is ranked higher in the college football playoff. Actually, I could be wrong on that. No, because they'll have head-to-head. If there's a 3-way tie. I might be talking crazy here, so just disregard everything I said in that. Just beat Ohio State. Comment it now. Beat Ohio State again. I'm confusing myself here. I'm like, well, if Michigan State beat them, it's the CFP ranking is if there's a 3-way tie. So we'll see how it shakes out. With Penn State, with Michigan State losing to Purdue, I guess we're kind of maybe rooting for Ohio State to win. So that game, Michigan-Ohio State, can be a winner-take-all for the Big Ten East. All right. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I've got days of videos coming for you guys. Make sure to comment Beat Ohio State down below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. We might do 1 show a day. No, hell, we might start doing 2 shows a day. This is going to be a top 5, top 6 team heading into the Ohio State game, and I am pumped. Go Blue.